a comprehensive look at trends, fund profiles, and more in Exploring ETFs.
We are going to talk about leveraged biotech ETFs with our ETF strategist, Eric Dutram. What an interesting topic.
It certainly is, Terry.
It is. There's been some insinuation about that space of late, coming from not too far from the top of the financial community, I might add. It's been referred to as a bubble.
That's right. Just about a year ago, actually, Janet Yellen came out and she said some of these high-flying sectors like biotechnology, social media, they're in a bubble.
Yeah.
It's actually been kind of hilarious what's happened since she made that call. The biotech space is up about 50% in the time frame. So, you know, maybe the bubble's just expanding, but granted, it's expanding a whole lot since her call.
Yeah.
So, you know, this really continues the nice run we've been seeing for this biotech sector. The larger space is up about 350% in the last 5 years, compared to about, you know, give or take a couple percentage points, 100% gain for the S&P 500 in the same time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So, while it might be a bubble, some great gains we're still seeing in this space going forward.
All right, so in the meantime, while the jury is still out as to whether it's a bubble or not, how can investors be playing this space?
Well, there's a ton of options out there in the ETF world, and I think this might actually be a better choice for some people out there because you're going to get a much more diversified exposure base, and you know, you're not going to have as much of the volatility in the single names as you might get with you know, just buying an Amgen or some of the smaller guys out there. There's actually $3 billion ETFs out there. So these are going to be very popular, very liquid. You're going to see very tight bid-ask spreads. There's actually some more specific products out there too. There's one that just came out. It focuses on companies that only have products in clinical trials. So these are going to be real boom or bust type picks. So, you know, there's something for everyone in the biotech ETF world out there. And actually the leveraged and inverse space has actually seen a couple more funds hit the market here. So I figured we could discuss some of these new names that have come out in this market for the real traders out there.
Yeah, okay, so among what you're going to discuss here, first up, 2 times leverage set, right?
That's right. So there's 2 products here. We've got a bull case where it doubles the performance of the underlying index on a 1-day basis, and then a bear case, which does negative 200% of whatever the underlying index does on a daily basis. The 2 names here are BIB and BIS. BIB is the up one and BIS is the down one. Both these are going to track the NASDAQ Biotechnology Index, which is kind of the basis of IBB, which is the most popular biotech ETF in the market today. This is mostly large caps. You got Amgen, Biogen, all your major names in the biotech world out here. So it's not going to be too volatile, you know, but it is a 2X fund, so you're going to see some big moves on a daily basis, you know, depending on how the biotech world shakes out here. Over the last 6 months, the up one has gained about 34%, and the down one has lost 34%. So some big moves here for sure in just a very short time period.
And you also have, what, a couple of 3 times leverage
That's
funds?
right. These just came out, you know, just within the past month, and they're going to be even more volatile than the 2X versions that we just talked about. LABU and LABD, you know, trying to play again on the words here with the lab,
yeah.
And U for up and D for down.
Okay.
So the 3X one here, they're all going to track the S&P Biotechnology Index, and this is actually the basis for XBI. And this fund is an equal weight fund, so it puts a lot more weight into small and mid-cap stocks. So you're going to see a lot more volatility here due to this, you know, focus on these smaller names. This is going to increase the, you know, the daily moves for LABU and LABD. So this is going to be the most volatile, you know, set of ETFs out there for traders if you're looking to make a short-term play in the biotech space. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see some big moves for both these products. Granted, they just came out, so they're pretty low volume, low assets under management right now. But I see this changing as we, you know, sort of, you know, get further into the summer and these see some larger moves over the next couple days and weeks.
So you use that V word, volatility, pretty liberally when you describe all of these. Given that volatility, how might investors use these products?
Well, I think you got to use it very short term and only as a trade. We can debate back and forth about whether biotech is in a bubble or not, but clearly the gains are still coming out in this market. I kind of like the small cap space here. We're going to see probably some more M&A activity, a lot of mergers and acquisitions. over the next couple months as some of these larger companies look to expand their product pipelines. So I think there is a place for some of these smaller cap ones out there. I think the 2X and negative 2X are probably going to be enough for most traders out there. The 3X funds are going to be so incredibly volatile that you need to have a very tight leash on both these products. So if you are really a gambler in the biotech world, take a look at LABU or LABD, but otherwise, take a step back and look at some of the less volatile products out there, because this is definitely going to be an interesting area over the next couple months.
Okay, duly noted. Do you own either of these?
I do not.
All right, well, thanks for all of that. Don't forget, you can check out more ETF commentary, articles on specific ETFs, and more ETF information in the ETF section of our website. Did I say ETF often enough? All you have to do is go to the home page if you're not there already watching this video and use the Funds tab on the top toolbar to get to the ETF section. Meantime, with Eric, I'm Terry Ruffalo.